The dust has barely settled on what no doubt was a very successful and enjoyable Hollywoodbets Durban July meeting when we're back in the province for racing. This time we're in the capital, Pietermaritzburg. We're at Hollywoodbets Scottsville for midweek racing on Wednesday. Hello again from me, Rouvaun Smit. Good to have you along on a sure thing. Time for us to preview this 8-race card that gets underway at 12:20. And being 8 races from the get-go, we're immediately into the exotics on the afternoon. And for those of you that are going to be playing your free Hollywoodbet Punter Challenge entries, make sure your selection's on 5 minutes prior to the advertised starting time of the first. Play the bet slip and put yourself in line for that mammoth, life-changing jackpot that is on offer. Speaking about winners, I do think there are one or two that stands out on the day. I may even have found us a shrewie. We can't get hurt, boys. 6.25 to 1 is the price of the horse in question. I'll touch on that and, disclose it all when we get to the race in question. There are one or two races too I do think we need to play with a bit of cover so that we can see ourselves collecting those exotic dividends at the end of the day. The first race is a maiden juvenile plate for fillies. 10 runners were carded. We have a very important scratching, and that is number 2, Gimme Another Viking, from the stable of winning Hollywoodbets Durban July, Dean Canamair's yard. This horse was at 2 to 1, which means there will be deductions on winning bets struck prior to the withdrawal of number 2, Gimme Another Viking. Revised betting has got number 1, Opera Fan, at 1.11 on hollywoodbets.net. 6, Cassandra at 2.5 to 1. 4.55, number 5, Omnia, and 4, Gathering Winter at 4.55 to 1, and it's double figures and upwards the others. I'm squarely in the camp of the favourite, number 1, Opera Fan, in the opener. I thought that was a very good second last time out on the poly. She raced up handy and just found one too good for her on the day. She will enjoy the step up in trip here to 1600 metres. From pole position, she'll have the run of the race. I'm siding with Paul Matchett and Calvin Abib. She's also got solid Joburg form prior to that last outing, and she should be a hard horse to beat. I'm going 1, Opera Fan, to beat number 4, Gathering Winter, 5, Omnia, and 6, Cassandra. Race 2 on the card is a maiden plate. 11 runners will line up at the 1600 metre mark for the opening leg of the place accumulator. 12.55 is when you need to be on. Here, Sean Terry settles the favourite, number 4, Master Spy, at 1.82 to 1. Number 2, Brew, from the stable of Paul Lafferty, is at 2 to 1. Not much to choose between the top 2 in the betting. I'm siding with number 10, Brew. I went for this horse last time out, and he let the side down, but he really tried his best all the way to the wire, but unfortunately had to settle for second best on the day. He's the kind of horse I like to go for, improving with each and every start. He's unlikely to drop out, and will be picking them off one by one in the run down to the wire. If he sees out the extra 200 on offer and moves here and he sets him alight at the right time, I do think he'll be the horse they will have to beat. So I'm going 10, Brew, to win it, ahead of 4, Master Spy, 2, French Warlord, and 7, Digital Asset. Third race on the programme is the first leg of the Pick 6. 13.30 is when you need to be on by. Here, number 4, Next of Kin, shortened from 1.52 into 1.33 to 1. 10, Xenophon, is at 1.67 to 1. 6.25 to 1, bar those 2 quoted. I'm squarely in the camp of the favourite, number 4, Next of Kin, this one from the stable of Mike and Matthew de Kock. I thought that was a cracking debut effort over the course and distance last time out, when beaten 1 length into second. Moved up, but just got outrun of it in the closing stages of that race. I do think that Next of King would have come on with the benefit of that one under the belt, and with any amount of natural progress expected, can go one better. So I'm going 4, Next of Kin, to beat number 10, Xenophon, 8, Cardinal Chief, and 6, King of Victory. Race 4, first leg of the first jackpot, and you need to be on by 14.05. Here we have 16 of them carded, plus a reserve runner. This is one of those races where you probably can make a case for at least 4 of them, and keep fingers crossed that you've made the correct decision to safely see you through. Number 5, Trail Runner, is at 3.33 to 1. 9, Celestial Diamond, 3.57 to 1. There's been a flood of money for Lucinda Woodruff's 15 Ebisu. Opened up at 20 to 1, has shortened all the way down to 4 to 1. Chad Little takes the ride, has got a deep draw of 15 to contend with. This horse cost 70,000 Rand as a yearling, and I would suggest included in all of your exotics. I ever liked number 9, Celestial Diamond. I like the way this was improved from first to second start. Is ideally course and distance suited. Will show lots of toe from the get-go. And I'd page back in the winning form to see what my good mate Mr. Howells has to say. And he said number 4, Celestial Diamond. She has produced 2 good runs to date and will give a good account of herself. And that is good enough for me. 9, Celestial Diamond to beat number 5, Trail Runner. 16, Lucian, and 6, Cerulean. Race 5 is leg 1 of Jackpot 2. 14.45 is when you need to be on. Number 5, World of Royalty, has shortened into 18 to 10 to be the short price favourite in race number 5. Next on offer is number 1, El Capitan is eased out to 3.03 to 1. 5 to 1, number 8, Limelight Legend. 5.55 to 1, number 9, Queen of the Air. And 10 to 1 and upwards the others. I like number 8, Limelight Legend from the stable of Tony Riverland. Jabu Jacobs is on board. I wrote you this horse is overdue another win, having finished second in his last 3 starts. He does come back in trip to 1,600 metres. Jabu knows him well, and I do think will be involved in the shake-up and can go one better in a race of this nature. So I'm going 8, Limelight Legend to win it, ahead of 5, World of Royalty, 1, El Capitan, and 9, Queen of the Air. That takes us on to race 6, another one of those wide open affairs, a Class 4 Fillies and Mares benchmark 80. 12 runners will line up at the 1750, and here they are betting 3.57, each of 2 on Hollywoodbets.not. Number 9, Another Dream, is at 3.57, and number 10, LMB, is at 3.57 to 1. Number 3, Hodgepodge at 4.55 to 1. 6, Ideal Gift from 6.25, I see, has now shortened into 5 to 1, and it's 8.33 to 1 and upwards the others. Told you I found one, boys. I like the look of number 6, Ideal Gift. Let me tell you why. This horse ran on nicely. Went second over 2,000 metres on the Poly last time out. Now, in its penultimate start, it renews rivalry now on that run with number 3, Hodgepodge, and meets Hodgepodge 2 kilos better off for a 0.3 length beating, and that should be enough to turn the tables. Coupled with the fact that the horse that ran 4th last time out and finished in 4th behind Ideal Gift was a horse called Rani Tarabai. That horse has subsequently come out and franked that form line. And one more thing, Ideal Gift, 3rd run after a rest, so should be absolutely cherry ripe for the big occasion. We can't get hurt, boys. Get on. 6 to 1 into 5 to 1. I'm sure that 5 to 1 ain't going to last very long. I like 6, Ideal Gift to win it, ahead of 9, Another Dream, 10, LMB, and 3, Hodgepodge. Race 7, B Stakes, 8 runners to contest this 1,750 metre event. And here, number 6, Lock and Key, from the Glen Cotson stable, Chad Little on board, is at 1.43 to 1 on Hollywoodbets.net. I'm looking no further than that one because if one looks at the form, has been a model of consistency, race up handy and stayed on nicely over 1,400 when finishing second last time out. He finished second back-to-back in his last 2 starts. I do think he will enjoy the step-up in trip to 1,750, and I do think we'll give the boys a good run for their money. So I'm going 6, Lock and Key, to win race 7 on the programme, ahead of 2, Royal Invitation, 5, Trippets, and 4, Dancing on a Cloud. 4:30 is the off time of the last race on the programme, race 8, a C Stakes, where 12 runners will line up and contest the last of the afternoon. I must admit, I'm siding with a horse that's on song for a hat-trick, and that's the speedy Hollywood racing runner, number 10, Rafa's Boy. He won his last 2 starts over the course and distance. He's also that shows toe from the get-go. With the 4 kilo claiming apprentice on board, Savannah Valjalo now rides for Gareth Van Sale, and that stable of Gareth Van Sale's is in devastating form at the moment. I do think that Raffers Boy can bring up the hat-trick. So I'm going 10 Raffers Boy to beat number 12 B52, 3 Jet Legacy, and 4 Major Tommy. And that's our look at racing midweek at Hollywoodbets Scottsville on Wednesday afternoon. Trust you'll have an enjoyable and profitable afternoon. Chat to you again on the weekend. Till then, from me, Rouvaun, cheers for now.